Hello, gentlemen. Alright guys, here's the deal. Friday, I got a buddy of mine coming in from out of town, and we're going to go down and hunt for a couple of days. And so I'm really hoping to get him on a hog. So I'm busting out the hog recipe of bait. Now I got my own ideas and theories on baits and attractants and everything else, but this is what I'm going to do. This is my recipe, and I'll explain it as I go along. Now the deal is with bait, everybody just wants something they can throw in the field, get in the blind, open that beer, turn around, and the hogs are coming out of the woods like a bunch of Germans out of a trench. Ain't gonna happen. It may happen, but the only thing you can do to get them out of the woods is either they're coming to your feeder anyway, or they're passing through the woods and they smell something that they want. So if you're just throwing corn on the ground, they can probably smell it, but if you put something that might entice them to come out of the woods to investigate it, that's what you want. So what you need is some stank. Not stink, you need some stank. And that'll pull them in. You need some hang time. You need something that's going to reek. So here's what I'm going to do. Dog food. Now dog food, they'll eat it. But this isn't what I'm using it for. I'm using it as a carrier for the stank. It's something, what it's going to do is break down and turn into a paste. It's going to carry the stink. I'm telling you, the stank. Milk. Now this is going to sour up. This has some serious hang time. When it goes sour, you can smell it for hundreds of yards, and the wind will carry it. And what we're going to do is we're going to mix some strawberry extract in with it, and that's going to give it a sweet smell. This is natural. It's got alcohol in it. Of course, the alcohol will probably vaporize off. And of course, the old Kool-Aid mix. I don't agree with the Kool-Aid mix. Hogs smell better than dogs. So this smells good to you. I don't really know what it smells like to a hog. You know, if you really think about it. I mean, if a hog could see like an eagle and smell like a hog, he'd be like an X-Man or something. But for today's use, I'm actually using it because it's got sugar in it. And when it hits there, the milk, the sour, that sugar, that's food for the bacteria. Now if you don't know bacteria is good for you. That's why some of your friends can push cows out of the way. I can do it. And stick your head in a feed trough and get a big old drink of milk and be just fine. But your bottled water buddy, well, it puts him in the hospital with some dysentery or something. Now, I'm going to add some milk. Now, I'm not going to add enough milk in this so that, you know, it looks like cereal. I'm just going to add enough to where it starts breaking down all that dog food. Basically the same level, dog food, and then the same exact level with the milk. One other thing I'm adding is rice. Right here. You got some old cereal or something, you want to add that too. All that's going to do is absorb the stank. It's going to turn into like a paste. You know? For a better word, I want it to look like a hunk of vomit coming out of there, but not the runny kind. The chewy kind. I'm going to mix that around, and I'll show you this in a second. One other thing, this is going to produce some gas, so you don't want to put the top on it tight, because if you do, you may have an explosion, which wouldn't be, real good. Now the deal is, that is strawberry extract for candy making. You can smell the alcohol in that. You can smell it coming off there, but it's full of natural oil of strawberries. I don't like the alcohol part of it, but it's in there, so I really can't do nothing. Now we're going to add the old Kool-Aid mix, right? Everybody does this damn thing. And something about Kool-Aid, it smells like a truck stop bathroom, you know, it's got those air sanitizers. And I got a feeling hogs probably smell the same shit. Oh yeah. got like a slushie from Dairy Queen now. There we go. It's bright pink. Now what's going to happen over, tonight, that's all that dog food's going to melt. The rice will absorb all the stank. It's going to start fermenting. It's going to go sour. It's got some color, but animals really don't see color. That's what we're looking at. And you can I can already feel it thickening up. You can actually, it's already breaking down. Now y'all, I had a couple pieces of leftover garlic bread inside, so I'm going to add that to the mix too. And that'll break down, turn into a slurry for the stank. Now this is a nightmare, man. It looks like Pepto-Bismol in here. That is going to ferment now. Now, top's loose, so I'm not going to have an explosion, and the sun is out. So I'm going to go put this in the sun, and come Friday morning, when I put this in a trap, or out there by my hunting stand, something's going to smell it. Maybe a buzzard or two, but something is going to smell it. There it is, right there. It's fermenting in the sun. Now after about a day and a half in the sun like that, that's the biggest problem with that, is if you spill that, getting it to where you need to go, you're going to have some big, major issues that you don't want. But the idea is, I'm going to take that, it's going to be cakey and slimy. I put it down. That sour milk is going to carry that sweetness into the air. And even sour milk kind of has a sweet smell to it, even though it stinks like hell. It's going to drift out through the woods. Hopefully the hogs come across, they smell it. They smell a lot better than we do. They can smell it probably a mile away. And hopefully they'll come running in there like, like I said, like a bunch of Germans out of a trench. And they'll just be there to slaughter. Now, the Hog Zone's got a Christmas special coming, so if you want to pimp your channel, give me a 15 to 30 second video clip or picture or whatever. Send it to the hogzone@gmail.com, and I'll put you in the Christmas special. If you've already sent me one, I do appreciate it. I'm probably going to be working on that the first week in December, and then it's going to be out when it's out. Last year I got a bunch of, oh man, I meant to do that. Well, this is your final warning, so try to do it if you want to do it, if you want to be in there. Pimp your channel, do whatever. If you're selling a product, pimp that too. We don't care. Anyway, that's how I make my bait. I have a whole lot of thinking on baits and attractants. Maybe one day I'll write a guidebook or something about it. But nobody cares anyway, so that's the deal. Appreciate you watching.